Hey everybody, how's it going? It's been a while since I've done one of these. It's your boy Parker, for those that don't know, and I am back from tour. I've been back actually a while now, it's been a little over a month since I've been home, but I still wanted to title this video Back from Tour because, hey, this is, we're like 3/4 into the summer, and yeah, it's just been super, super long since I've done one of these videos, and I've missed doing it. I think back in the day when I used to make these YouTube videos, for maybe anybody that has or remembers when I used to do these, they were really unhinged, and I think that was kind of the point I was trying to go for, was just like almost schizophrenic, insufferable jargon, and just kind of like schizo posting verbally into the ether, which is YouTube. And, not saying that it didn't have its place, but now I'm just at a different point in life and maybe trying to dial in and get a little bit more focused about exactly what I'm trying to say. So some of you all might kind of pick up on that, maybe on this video, but it'll be also still same old as far as me being just my goofy self and whatnot. But yeah, tour was really good. Tour was great. For those that don't know, and you should know, but I play in a band called Maldivera. We're a death thrash band, kind of got some like proggy kind of influence also in there. And yeah, we toured back in June. It went really well. I was kind of surprised at how well it went, just because we had to cancel a tour in 2024. And so a part of me was thinking like, oh, we might not even be able to pull this off, but it did come together. And recently the band has just wrapped up recording our sophomore album, and there's just a lot of things that probably I'm not ready to talk about just yet, but soon we'll be able to elaborate more as far as like how this whole thing came into fruition as far as this new album. It'll be our second album, and yeah, I'm really stoked on where it is right now. We just sent it off to get mixed, so that'll come together, and we're going with Enormous Door again, who remixed our album for Man to Miss back in 2023, and we've been calling it Remisted. So that was put out in June, and so far I think people really dig it. I'm certainly into how it sounds. It's kind of like, I always thought the music was cool, but now I think I like the sound too, and being a musician, sometimes I think I forget, or whatever you want to call me, I'm not saying I'm good enough to be called a musician, but yeah, just for something that how it sounds, you could maybe like a piece of music because of the music and its sequence of notes and how it decorates time, but there's a difference between that and how something sounds. Maybe we could talk about that a little bit with art, to translate that with visual art. Like, you like the way that something looks, but maybe there's no feeling. Maybe you don't like how it feels because it's absent of that, or you're just not tapping into it, or vice versa, where it's like maybe you like how a painting makes you feel, but you're not sure why, because maybe visually it seems uninteresting or something like that. So yeah, just kind of something that I think about a lot. So if you've made it this far into the video, I'm glad that you're sticking around and just getting to hang out with me for a bit. Yeah, back from tour, dude. I did want to give a shout out to some of these YouTubers. There's a dude that I've seen him comment on a lot of different videos, and this dude right here, he literally has like the best comments, and would not be surprised if next time you scroll a comment section, you end up looking at this username, because he always has something either just cool to say or insightful or funny or something like that. Also, shout out to this other YouTuber that is pretty cool. He was commenting about, I like what he had to say about the Sam Hyde piece back in whenever this was posted. That video, I was just kind of explaining the stuff as far as backstory on the painting, and yeah, him just being realistic about like, hey, this is kind of a lot that you're asking for, and keep in mind as far as like an audience who would really be able to cover that or afford it financially, which I totally get, and I just honestly love the hell out of any comment that I get, even if it's kind of negative. And this one isn't negative, it's just constructive and critical in a good way. So I did like what he had to say. I guess my counter to that is I'm getting ready for a painting show, which this is what this painting right here will end up being in. And yeah, just to elaborate, I guess, you know, Sam had ended up in the iDubbbz documentary, like spending his own money, which was $15,000, and that's why I'm asking $15,000 for it. It's, you know, I know everybody's like, oh, what did he say? Did he mean $1,500? But no, and trying to set a trend as far as like, hey, you know, there's maybe a new wave of Americana, if you want to call it that, not just, hey, I want $15,000, but, you know, if you did trust me with that, everything that I basically make, you know, I put back into other artists, you know, paying for other artists to do their own work or something like that, because, you know, there's a lot of commissions. But essentially, like, what the band makes, we, you know, don't necessarily make a whole lot off of playing music, as I'm sure everybody knows that. And we've been in a really rare position to where we've been able to lean on some other resources to where, you know, it's neat, because at least like the van last time we toured, or just what I'm saying, like a month ago, back in June when we did our East Coast tour, that was thankfully covered, so it wasn't necessarily coming out of our pockets. But it's just in terms of like kind of finding the right people that are down to take a chance and say, hey, this is kind of more or less like an investment, and putting kind of like an angel investing kind of perspective on it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to segue into with art, because I've always sold art ever since I was a kid, or at least like preteen, you know. I ended up making portraits of rock stars. I like kind of went down the list of people, either it be like Eddie Van Halen or just whatever guitar gods, you know, I really like looked up to. I made one of Dime. I made one about Dave Mustaine. I'll make a different video someday about how I met Dave Mustaine and my Dave Mustaine story, because it sounds completely made up. It was like a fucking unbelievable dream to meet him, and I was 14. And yeah, I know like Dave Mustaine can be kind of a dick, but definitely was cool to a 14-year-old. So that kind of left a really lasting impression. So they say don't meet your heroes. Sometimes you get lucky and it's not as bad as everybody says. But yeah, usual rules, like your heroes, don't put them on a pedestal, don't idolize them. But yeah, so I was just flipping art basically, like as a kid, because I was saving up for an Xbox. I wanted the Xbox 360 so bad, and Halo 3 had just come out, so just worked my ass off making these fucking portraits. Super sick. I bought the 360, just immediately played it all night as soon as I got home. The rest was history. As they say. So, yeah, I'm thankful, because that kind of gave me like a little bit of a work ethic. And now that I'm older, I guess this is kind of the roundabout way of answering this guy's question or his comment, because like I said, really like what he had to say. I'm just really stubborn, and that's part of it. I'm going to keep the Sam Hyde piece at $15,000, and for anybody interested in just even wanting to view it, you don't have to think or feel like you have to commit to buying it, but it is going to be up at Goldmark Cultural Center here in Dallas, Texas, up in Richardson, which is just north of downtown. So anybody that's in town during this time, we're showing this show. It's called The Split Painting Show with me and Randall Day, who's a fantastic painter. He's a good buddy of mine. So yeah, we're doing this show, just trying to make it like as heavy metal, rock and roll, praise the devil as possible. We're not saying this, y'all, but yeah, just kind of having like this kind of alternate edge to it. So yeah, please come out and check it out. I have the Getting Away With It painting, or I'm even thinking about calling it Think It, Dream It, Do It. You know, if it has multiple names, or it could even be displayed as entitled or something like that. But anybody want to see Sam and Ian in person, come check this out. It's going to be up from, what is that, like August? I don't have the flyer up in front of me. I'll put it up here in the video. But the reception show is August 22nd, so that would really be like the real showing to see. But don't think that you have to see it on that day, you can come up here another day as long as it's in between these dates. So yeah, you guys rule. I'm going to make this more of a habit and just keep these subjects a little bit more focused, a little less just insane or whatever kind of rants I was going on a couple years ago. So yeah, look forward to doing more of these, and hope you all take care, and peace the fuck out.